Anxiety can strike seemingly out of nowhere, a sudden wave that washes over you, leaving you feeling vulnerable and exposed. It's an uninvited guest, crashing into your calm and disrupting your peace. A racing heart, pounding in your chest like a drum gone wild, shallow breaths, gasping for air as if you've just run a marathon. But you're standing still, and a sense of dread, a dark cloud hanging over you, casting a shadow on everything you see, even when you're just sitting still, trying to find a moment of quiet. Your mind spirals with what-ifs, a relentless barrage of hypothetical scenarios, each one more catastrophic than the last, painting vivid pictures of worst-case scenarios, making it impossible to focus on the present, the here and now slipping away as you're lost in a maze of worries. It feels like your body is bracing for an invisible threat, constantly on high alert, ready to fight or flee from a danger that isn't even there, muscles tense, energy drained, leaving you feeling physically and emotionally exhausted. Everyday tasks, the things you used to do without a second thought, like going to the store or answering the phone, simple interactions that once seemed effortless, can suddenly feel overwhelming, like climbing a mountain with lead weights strapped to your feet. The urge to escape is powerful, a desperate desire to find a safe haven, a place where the anxiety can't reach you. But there's nowhere to run from your own mind. The source of the anxiety is within you, a constant companion. For many, this isn't a rare event, a fleeting moment of unease, but a constant background hum, a persistent undercurrent of worry that never truly fades, shrinking their world to only what feels safe, limiting their experiences and isolating them from the joy of living. This is the exhausting reality of living with an anxiety disorder, a daily battle against your own mind, a relentless loop of fear that feels impossible to break, a cycle that traps you in a prison of your own making. Everyone feels anxious. Sometimes it's our body's way of keeping us alert in stressful situations. Healthy anxiety is temporary and tied to real events like a job interview or a first date. But when anxiety becomes constant, excessive, and untethered from real danger, it crosses into disorder. Imagine a smoke detector that blares for burnt toast or nothing at all. That's what an anxiety disorder feels like. The difference is intensity, duration, and how much it disrupts your life. If worry is always present, uncontrollable, and interferes with work or relationships, it's time to seek help. Anxiety disorders aren't a weakness. They're medical conditions shaped by biology and environment. Understanding this is the first step toward getting the right support. Anxiety, a feeling we all experience from time to time, isn't just a fleeting emotion. It's a complex response that starts deep within the intricate network of our brain. At the heart of this response lies the amygdala, our brain's built-in alarm system, constantly scanning for potential threats. It's designed to protect us, to alert us to danger. However, in anxiety disorders, this alarm system becomes hypersensitive, like a smoke detector that goes off at the slightest whiff of toast. It starts triggering fear and panic even when there's no real immediate threat present. It's a false alarm, a misinterpretation of safety as danger. Now enter the prefrontal cortex, located at the front of our brain. Think of it as our brain's brake system, the rational part that helps us assess situations and calm down when the alarm bells start ringing. This prefrontal cortex is supposed to step in and calm things down, reassuring us that everything is okay. But sometimes, especially under chronic stress or in the face of overwhelming anxiety, it simply can't keep up with the intensity of the alarm signals. But the story doesn't end there. Brain chemistry matters too. The delicate balance of neurotransmitters plays a crucial role. Specifically, imbalances in neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood and emotions, can significantly fuel anxiety and make it harder to manage. And let's not forget genetics. They also play a significant role in predisposing individuals to anxiety disorders. In fact, if anxiety runs in your family, meaning close relatives have struggled with it, your own risk of developing an anxiety disorder is statistically higher. Furthermore, early trauma or chronic stress, particularly during formative years, can fundamentally rewire the brain's stress response system. This rewiring can lead to a brain that's more reactive to perceived threats, resulting in a heightened sensitivity to stress and anxiety triggers. Everyday life experiences, ranging from childhood adversity and challenging relationships to ongoing adult stress in the workplace or personal life, can perpetuate the anxiety loop, making it difficult to break free from the cycle of worry and fear. Ultimately, it's this complex and interconnected mix of individual brain wiring, neurochemistry, genetic predispositions, and accumulated life events that often creates the perfect storm, increasing vulnerability and paving the way for the development of various anxiety disorders. But here's the empowering part. Understanding the underlying causes and mechanisms of anxiety is not only insightful, but also the crucial first step towards regaining control over your mental well-being and effectively managing anxiety. You're not powerless. There are proven ways to calm your brain's alarm system. Mindfulness, like focusing on your breath or practicing box breathing, can ground you in the present and activate your body's relaxation response. Regular movement, even a brisk walk, burns off stress hormones and signals safety to your brain. Nutrition matters. A diet rich in whole foods and probiotics supports a healthy gut-brain connection, which can stabilize mood. Prioritize sleep. Lack of rest makes anxiety worse by impairing your brain's ability to regulate fear. Create a calming bedtime routine and limit screens before sleep to help your brain wind down. Small daily habits add up, building resilience against anxiety over time. Prevention isn't about perfection, it's about giving your brain the tools to reset. When anxiety takes over, professional treatment can make a world of difference. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, helps you challenge and reframe anxious thoughts, breaking the cycle of fear. Exposure therapy, often part of CBT, gradually helps you face your fears so they lose their power. For trauma-based anxiety, EMDR therapy can help the brain process and store painful memories safely. Medications like SSRIs can balance brain chemistry, while beta blockers help with situational anxiety. Benzodiazepines may offer short-term relief but carry risks and aren't for long-term use. The best results often come from combining therapy, lifestyle changes, and when needed, medication. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, but effective help is available. Panic attacks can feel incredibly overwhelming, like a sudden storm raging inside you. They can be intensely frightening and leave you feeling completely out of control. But the good news is, there are quick and effective ways to ground yourself and regain a sense of calm amidst the chaos. These techniques can help you anchor yourself in the present moment. One powerful method is the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. It's a simple yet effective grounding exercise. Start by naming 5 things you can see around you. Really focus on the details of each object. Then, identify 4 things you can physically feel, like the texture of your clothes or the ground beneath your feet. Next, acknowledge 3 things you can hear, paying close attention to the sounds around you, even the subtle ones. Then, bring your awareness to 2 things you can smell, noticing any scents in your environment. Finally, identify 1 thing you can taste, focusing on the sensation in your mouth. Another immediate tool is to use cold water or hold an ice cube. The sudden cold shock helps to activate your body's natural calming reflex, effectively interrupting the panic loop and bringing you back to the present. Practice radical acceptance. Remind yourself with kindness and understanding, this is a panic attack. It feels awful, incredibly intense, but it will pass. I've gotten through this before, and I can get through it again. Prepare a panic kit, a small collection of items that bring you comfort and help you feel safe. Include soothing music, a comforting object like a smooth stone or a soft blanket, or a calming scent like lavender essential oil, to use proactively when anxiety spikes, helping you to manage the intensity of the moment. Reach out to a trusted friend or family member. Even a brief conversation, or take a walk in nature, can significantly shift your focus and reduce anxiety. Having a plan, even a simple one, gives you a sense of control and empowerment, even in the midst of chaos. It's important to remember that these tools won't magically stop anxiety forever, but they can be incredibly helpful in managing the intensity of panic and helping you ride out the storm, one wave at a time. The goal isn't to erase anxiety, but to change your relationship with it. With practice, you can learn to observe anxious thoughts without letting them control you. Every time you use a coping skill or face a fear, you're rewiring your brain for resilience. Healing means building routines that support your well-being. Sleep, nutrition, movement, and self-compassion. It's about creating a life where anxiety is no longer in charge. Recovery takes courage and patience, but it's absolutely possible. You can reclaim your life from anxiety. One step, one skill, and one day at a time. The story isn't about fear, but about hope and growth.